Oh wow. Okay, we are back. That was You Got Me by me. Greetings and salutations to all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. If you're here, thank you. Greetings and salutations. This is Talib, and we are here tonight to enjoy ourselves and maybe getting a little enlightened and talk about some of the things going on. It's been an interesting time since I've been away. Very transformative time for me personally. I was able to assist some people with the Black Expo, which was wonderful here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was very successful. We had a lot of people come out and a lot of talent there. So I was very glad to help do their streaming and filming and be a part of that. That's at LV Culture. And it was thrown by an artist named YA Poet. So check him out on Spotify. YA Poet goes by the King of Las Vegas. So so I find some of his music to be fire. Everybody got their own taste, but please go check it out because I think you might enjoy it. And wow. I was just this week. This has been a lot of, I guess, a lot of things going on in the world. I mean, the major distraction is starting to happen, and as some of you who might be joining or might have joined or started finding me, may know me from Heavy Gems on MREC TV. You might never see my face, but I might sound familiar to you. But that's me. And the reason I never show my face on MREC TV is because I was there to spread a message, not really thinking about building a community or anything of that nature at that time. It was more so about having the opportunity to reach a lot of people and share some tools and techniques that could actually transform their lives for the better immediately and not, 30 days from said interaction. But yeah, this week has been fun. You had this guy up here. I guess he's making the rounds. If nobody ever heard of this Nick Fuente guy before, I've never heard of him personally. But then there's a lot of things I haven't heard of when it comes to certain political talking points because I don't really follow that distraction. It's all a part of the simulation. But and as I always say, the simulation is not necessarily code. It's not mathematical. The simulation is stories. Stories is the simulation. When you start to understand that the simulation is actually a story, and stories that are being contrived by pendulums that are feeding off your attention, it's not about money. Money is irrelevant to them. They print money. The money is irrelevant. It's really about your happiness. And even if you want money, ask yourself, what do I want the money for? Right? And you're going to find it's so I can pay my bills. I want the money so that I can go on vacation and take care of my children and be a good person and help others and basically help myself. And then I'll just ask, what do you want from that? Well, I want that because I think that'll make me feel better and I'll be happy. So once again, you just conflate these things. Money, possessions, all of these things are just things you are setting a bar for yourself to be happy. You are saying, if I have these things, then I can allow myself to be happy. Some of us think about survival. In that case, when it comes to money, at the end of the day, they still want to be in a place of happiness. They want to be in a place where they are not in a survival mode, where they're in a life living mode. So this is very important and fundamental. Always share these things. That one is that do not forget, it's not about the money. It's always about your happiness. That's what it's always about at the end of the day. What is it going to take for you to be happy? And what that really means is, what limitations am I putting on my happiness in order to experience it? Now, if you let go of those things and just decide to be happy and experience those things, believe it or not, you can give this the test. You will see that all those other things will just start coming. They will fall into place. Right? It's your actual engagement with these things a lot of times that's jamming it up because of what your conscious mind brings to the table. But one of the things is starting to really make rounds is about black people, which I don't like the term. We're not black. This is a term. And here's another interesting thing. They use this term black, but they forget that it doesn't apply to everybody. See, black is what they started calling us after they stopped calling us Negroes. We've been reclassified almost 6 times in this country. You tell me what other group of people has been recategorized as many times as we have, right? But it's making the rounds because we're starting to wake up and realize we are from here, right? Now, I just got in touch with some of my father's side of the family, and it's just more proof that we are from here. For me, I knew my mother's side, and I had understanding somewhat of my father's, but not really. And so to get that understanding and see like, oh, it's, we are from, a lot of us who they consider us to be African Americans, which we have to lose this title because these real African Americans are the ones that's coming in here, and they have literally replaced us. Now, anybody that's done his history, or not even just history, done some general homework, will know this is a fact, right? This isn't a secret. It's not a conspiracy theory. All you have to do is follow the money. It's that simple. But the reason I'm even bringing this up is because this round, I've been noticing this thing with this Nick Fuente kid, guy, whatever you want to call him. And I'm seeing the psyop. I'm seeing the psyop. I'm seeing the three-letter boys had hard work on this one because they obviously want some sort of, I would call it like maybe, a civil war, right? They are pushing for some sort of thing between us and other ethnicities. This is very clear because this guy is making comments that I don't even understand why we have to debunk these comments. But I'm going to do some tonight. And another thing, if you ever catch one of my videos, Dane Calloway, bro, listen here, man. We seriously need to talk. I have a program, Power to Mind. We're not going to change nothing out here until we can actually address our mental issues, until we can have control of our mental, right? How we're perceiving reality is the only way we're going to be able to come together and actually change this reality. So that's one. I think it's very important that we do that. If you see this man, just go look at Heavy Gems. Dang. If anybody watching this, y'all know him, and you know me, and you've seen Heavy Gems, tell him we need to talk. Right? But what I'm saying is, this is hilarious that we even have to go down this rabbit hole of some of the things this guy said. But what I wanted to do was just show, I don't know, the one that he's in Chicago talking about it's so obvious that he's fixated on the negative aspect of black culture for some reason, right? And leaving out, they leave out so many details and all of this stuff. They leave out so much information to make these arguments, right? They like to throw up certain things like affirmative action, but if they went and did the numbers, then they would learn that affirmative action didn't really serve us. It didn't serve us. They imported Africans. This is a fact. This is not false. You can look this up. It's not hidden. They didn't have to hide it. Some of this stuff y'all don't understand. They don't hide because they know you'll never look. The best place to hide something is in plain sight. Right? Because you can only experience the world from your perception, and you can only perceive that what you believe is happening. The rest of everything else gets filtered out. This is what happens when men think they're unattractive and they go out in the world and now they filtered out every woman that might actually be looking at them because they spend so much time watching social media tell them. And I got a video for y'all tonight. It's from a gentleman named Chase Hughes. And this is another one of them three-letter boys you have to understand that's been put out here to give us certain information because the way the rules of the game is they got to tell you. They don't have to tell you in a fair way, but it always has to be explained to you. You see? But I'm gonna get onto that one too later. Go back with this dude and what he was talking about. It's so obvious that this guy has it. He has no idea what he's actually saying. either he has been completely indoctrinated or he actually knows the truth and he is there to incite this behavior. This is why he's going after everybody. First it just started with us, but now he's going after everybody. And it's seeming like, oh, he's the what? No, this is all a part of the plan. It's obvious when you listen to what he say. And now you see a lot of black people sitting around, or so-called black people sitting around, and a lot of Nijis. I don't even believe they Nijis or they really want to. I think a lot of these people are from. Let me say this: if you Jamaican, I don't know why you act like you so different, because that's still a part of the Americas. A lot of these people from the islands, they don't even realize where they're from. They've been so colonized, they think the island is still not a part of America. This is crazy, right? But they've taken a lot of time to understand human consciousness, how we function, so that they could actually control us, right? But this guy is going on a tangent about how we are disrespectful, rude, horrible people driving on this. And when the moment he made the comment about the Accord driving on the side of the road, and I'm thinking to myself, that's funny, because I see a lot of Rams doing that. Got white guys in it. They're very upset and they're trying to get home, or where are they trying to get to? Right? Matter of fact, I've seen Chinese or Asian people do it. I've seen Latino people do it. I've seen men do it, women do it, old people do it, young folks do it. It seems to be the habit of the impatient and not a genetic trait of an ethnicity. Right? But if you hone in on that, you're always fighting on the airplanes. And I'm like, that's funny, because isn't the biggest video circulating around is about a Chinese man trying to basically evacuate in the air, and then these crazy white women who are losing their mind on the plane. Isn't that what's also been circulating? And then you got these, see, our culture has been weaponized, and nobody wants to look at that. See, initially the weaponization was toward us, to take something we had that was moving us in a certain direction and alter it. Because see, in the past they've done it too many times. We have forgotten there are hundreds of towns across America that was black, that were eliminated and flooded and turned to lakes and all other kind of things and buried underground. This is real. This happened here. Right? So when we talking about what this guy is saying on such a broad general surface, like, wait, how is anyone actually who is of our race actually tolerating this, in a sense of saying, we can't even take that seriously? That's hilarious. That's funny, actually. We should actually treat him like an imbecile, like he's a dummy, like he's completely stupid. This is how he should be treated. Right? When he sits there and they try to say things like this other guy, Gigi, whatever, the numerology guy, oh, I hope you see this too. He's another one. You don't know what you're talking about. When you start talking about us, we ain't did nothing, how you just took over, you didn't just take over nothing. That's not how any of this came. This came through treachery, betrayal, tribes, other tribes assisting you in this madness. Y'all ever wonder where the Indians at here? Where the Indians? Why they not ever out protesting about? Why nobody ever say give them more? Why nobody say nothing about them? They got everything to say about us, though, all the time. Do you not see what they trying to do? They trying to incite you. They weaponized our music. This is a known fact. This is a known fact. And I won't even start naming the artists that were involved, because I don't think some of y'all fragile egos could even handle hearing some of these people you've propped up, that actually contributed to the destruction of your people. You done prop them up. You didn't even know they an agent. You forgot they said they'll never let a natural leader rise amongst us. They play with the truth. You see, the hip hop, they use that to boast the prison industry. This is another fact, but you don't hear them mentioning that. You don't hear them mentioning that there's been literal campaigns to keep certain people from being heard, from being seen. That literal trillions and trillions of dollars have gone into black budget projects and operations, and you ain't got no clue where the money went. We know for a fact they put the drugs in our community. That's not a secret. But you hear him say that? Did you hear him say, oh, where was these trucks of guns just popping up in Chicago from? That happened for real too. How many of these gangs been infiltrated by 3-letter boys going in to create confusion and wars and stuff so that they could politicize it and turn around and add more money to the prison system? Did anybody ever think about that? You're sitting here arguing about, he's sitting here telling you that he using all of the code language. He using all the dog whistling. He using all the language. If you were better, if you would just be nice, you get along, you behaved yourself. We create, oh, you're the most violent criminals. They don't ever tell you how they come up with them statistics, right? But if you go into white neighborhoods, you know who the most violent criminals are? White people. Go look at the domestic violence amongst the two highest numbers of domestic violence, lesbians and white men. Explain that. Explain it. I was actually gonna get this. I wanted to play this video too at some point. I wanted to comment on how. I wanted to go through a couple people videos actually and talk about how these black people are even addressing this. They even addressing this. It's crazy to me in my mind because it's like these people have to. Who in their right mind could actually agree with what this guy is saying? I mean, of course you're going to try to tell me, look at the hip hop, look at the videos, look at the World Star. Bro, World Star doesn't happen every second. World Star doesn't even happen every day. It's a compilation of random videos from multiple different people, like whose intention is to have videos to put up. Once again, it's a part of this culture of everybody filming each other, and our we are constantly trying to use our own selves as a product somehow and branding to make money. Like, this is what it boils down to. But then you could go to every culture and see this is happening. You're not even talking about the weirdos that's going to other countries getting arrested because they want to go there and do the utmost disrespectful thing on earth. You didn't say nothing how Logan Paul wanted to go roaming around in one of the most so-called respectful countries on the planet Earth, in Japan, and go to their cemetery, go to the area where the forest where people off themselves that choose to leave this world and go playing around with dead bodies. What kind of weirdness is that? But that's acceptable, right? But you're going to talk about us. Right, let's get this another thing straight. Who is putting this music out? We're not putting it out. If we could just put our music out and make it successful, then guess what? A lot of the more positive Lupe Fiasco would still be famous. My music would have been out already. We're not putting this out. Then the ones that's putting it out, look when they're getting to put this out. Look what they're allowed to put out. Any one of them try to change directions with that, that's a no-no. How dare you people act like this hasn't been orchestrated, that this is, you still looking at a 1% game when you looking at the rap game. Stop playing with me. That's like looking at athletes, an NBA star. Oh, y'all in the NBA, you can make it to, bro, it's less than 1% of the men, of the black people who actually play the game will ever have an opportunity to make it to the NBA. That is not a real job. What are you talking about? Somebody explain that to me. That's right. I'm going to start the show off with a little bit of a rant, but I'm okay with that because my energy is always leveled and supreme. You see what I'm saying? Sunchild 51 said we living in a modern day Jim Crow, and that's exactly, see, nobody want to talk about it. And then the funny thing is, all of us that want to talk about it, they also want to shame us and gaslight us at the same time, forgetting that this was $1 trillion orchestrated plan to subjecticate the indigenous population of a particular landmass. Like, are you serious? How are you serious right now? There's all kind of studies from psychology and sociology and anthropology that shows the stress conditions, the mental stress, the actual neurological damage, emotional damage that has been done that still affects us today. Do you know what it's like? Let me tell you something. I'm not a criminal. I legally carry firearms. I don't have no crimes. I pay my taxes. Okay? Anything I ever did, I did what I had to do. And if I got arrested, I did what I had to do. You feel me? I went and I sat there because, hell, that's what I did. I did something to get me sitting there. And so I sat there. But let me tell you something. I'm not no criminal. I'm not no, huh? Where in the world are these people getting off thinking that's all of us? I mean, when we see Katy Perry, do we think every white girl is Katy Perry? We do not. When we see a Justin Timberlake, do we assume every white boy is a Justin Timberlake? We do not. I'm nobody, so I know this guy would never. In y'all world, I'm nobody. In my world, I'm everybody. I'm everything. I'm all of it. In mine, y'all ain't nobody. That dude, if he ever decided to talk with me, I would destroy his whole thing. Let's just start with this one thing right here, guys. Let's start here, and then I'll come back to that. Let me just name some things, and I'm just gonna name a few things that black. Because this idiot said, "Well, black people, what have you invented? You contribute nothing in the modern society. As a matter of fact, when we found you in Africa, you barely could spin a wheel. Like you couldn't invent a wheel." Okay, let's just go through. This is what in America. This is where we just some things. Okay, we're not even gonna get into the medical. We just gonna go into things you've heard of. Okay, here we go. The gas mask. I could stop there. That's very important. We contributed to gas mask. That's super. That's super. What? Wow. Wow, we saved a lot of lives with that. We saved a lot of lives with that. Oh, a lot of lives. Let's continue on. Super Soaker. Oh man, we brought joy to all the children. Let's just keep going. So we got gas mask, Super Soaker, automatic elevator doors, along with Elijah Otis, who invented. I mean, he's not even on my list, but I just wanted to put that out there. They say he invented the emergency brakes in the elevator, but there's some discrepancy about if he actually invented the elevator. But we won't touch that because once again, black people ain't doing nothing. Remember, y'all stupid. You ain't done nothing. You don't know nothing. Okay, here you go. We gonna keep. I hope y'all somebody see. I'm gonna chop this up, and I want this to go viral. Like, share, and subscribe. Look, folding iron board. The folding ironing board. Excuse me. Why did I say that like an imbecile? The folding ironing board. Right. The 3-position traffic signal. The automatic gear shift. Electric lamp bulb. Blood bank. Home security system. Portable air conditioner. I mean, it's hard to keep going and take it seriously. When you see, this is just the beginning. Here we go. Wait, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Peanut products. That's right. Cell phone technologies. That's right. Cell phone technologies. Oh, we created the phone. We created the cell phone. How about that? That's not even the middle finger, but that's like, you know what it means. Come on. The electric microphone. Lubrication system for machines. Spark plug. Folding chair. Fountain pen. Potato chips. Ice cream scoop. Sanitary belt. Toilet tissue holder. Carrying pouch for walkers. Folding cabinet beds. Bicycle frames? Dustpans. Egg beater. Fire escape ladder. Fire extinguisher. Furniture caster. Doorknob. Doorstop. Eye protectors. Curtain rods. Curtain rod support. Clothes dryer. Uh, chamber commode. Auto cutoff switch. Auto fishing device. Baby buggy. Biscuit cutter. Improved harpoon. And once again, another home security system. And laser cataract surgery. Oh, yeah. And first human programmable computer language. The first human programmable computer language. The first human programmable computer language. So, okay. It's a little insulting when you just think that, like, I mean, that's not everything. That's not everything. The first American clock. Let's see, Benjamin Banneker, who was who's polymathed. Yeah. Yeah. Almanac. My gosh, we contributed so much. Spoons and forks. Hair weave. Heart bypass. Blood bank. It's crazy because where did they think these things came from? Obviously, they think they made it. They, they think they made it. You know what they're good for? They're good for appropriating. They're good for taking other people's things and saying they did it. That's what they're good at. First of all, everything they say about history is, if it wasn't a lie, you wouldn't have 40,000 denominations of Christians. Let that 40,000. Good, we back. I had to do some technical. Okay, I'm trying to get this together, y'all, because I must have said something that that rattled their feathers a little bit or something. Because it's the truth. This is a fact. This is a fact. See, we got to be somebody more than what they saying. You don't do this to nobody. Nobody else in the world been treated like us. This is unbelievable. I can't stand what they doing over there to those people over there in Palestine. That's terrible. It's horrible. How they still know who they are though? How they ain't get their culture wiped out? How they know that that's their land? How they know what to fight for? How they know about their great grandparents, where they from? How they know this? Meanwhile, our history start right here with slavery. They don't even make no sense. They brought 20 people over here in 1690, and we're supposed to believe they ended up bringing 13 million? You lost your mind? All the historical documents is made up. Now we just got to stop fighting over this whole FBA or I'm this or what Yvette Carnell and them call it. I forget. ADOS. American descendants of slaves. It's like, bro, this is not an identity. Neither of these are identity. None of this is ethnicity or the real culture. It's not, it doesn't tie you to a land. Take me to Blackia. Take me to African American Mania. Show me the land. They trying to get you to go to West Africa where you ain't never been. They can't even prove you came from there. But there's all proof you from here. I know this because I looked through my own family. That's how I know. And a lot of you know because you looked through your family. You spoke with your grandmother. Some of you was fortunate enough to speak to your great grandparents. You know who you are. We from here. Right here. See, once we figure that out, it's over. It's a wrap. They guess what? That's reparations. Now they gotta give us here you go. Now you have to share. Now you have to share. You don't have a choice. But as long as we don't know, then they could, you know, give us a false history and say, oh, what are you talking about, man? It's all fair here. You came up. So we had a rough time in the past, but I think it's fair now. Look, you got Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and there was Michael Jackson, and you got Chris Brown, and look at all the hip hop. It's all fair here. All 1% entertainment kind of dynamic that me and you ain't never stepping into unless they like you or you related. And you talking to somebody that's been in Hollywood. And I wasn't there famous. I was there working behind the scenes, doing all kind of behind the scene work, from gaffing to PAing to seconding, you name it. If they needed it, I could do it because I was taught by my mentor to always have 3 solutions to any problem. And I seen craziness on all of them sets. I'll tell you right now. Personally. So when I listen to some of these people talking, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. If you don't have no first-hand experience with your own understanding of some of this stuff, or supernatural, or aliens, any of that, you cannot trust what a lot of these people are saying. They don't have no experience with it. They telling you from their feelings and ego. They don't know. They don't know. I'll tell you right now, you don't want to meet none of them creatures. How about that? Not like you think you do. I know this from my own personal experience, being abducted more than 100 times throughout my life. Way more. I got the thing in my head right here. They tried to send me to a special doctor for it. That's right. I don't even care no more. I'm coming out because nah, I'm not gonna be one of the people that's left behind. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you what they about to do, y'all. Let me let you know what they about to do. That's right. I switched gears and I'm gonna come back because everything I do is a full circle. I'm gonna tell you right now what they about to do, man. They about to play biggest game on the world ever seen. Bigger than Christianity. There won't be 40,000 denominations of this. Yeah, that's right. They about to play the biggest game and make you think some beings is coming from a whole nother world. But the truth of the matter is, that's not where they coming from. These dudes is already here. And for the people I'm talking, and you know what? I always attract them. I always attract people. Go look at Heavy Gems on MREC TV. It's 16 episodes, I believe. Go check it out. You will hear actual abductees call in, and you will see me freak them out because of what I know they experience. But I use that as a reference because that's my receipts. When I tell you, yes, I have these mind abilities, I can help. I can help you, right? Go check out the show. I don't know any of these people. These people didn't know me. They never seen my face before, and people was calling in to try to debunk me. So if I was able to take a debunker, turn them into a person who could hear me, and then actually help them, what could I do for you? And also, it proves my point that I'm not making this up. So as I'm saying to you, these beings, they not playing no games like you think. They don't think like us at all. Okay? While you sitting around trying to stop thinking about things you don't want to think about, these beings have almost complete autonomy over their minds. So it's not even fair ground. It can come in and disorient you, give you some dream illusion. You might think you're staring at some beautiful creature or beautiful woman, and you're not. They about to set us all up. And they setting us up because whether you want to accept it or not, these things is coming for us. Mhm. And I know, you don't know, and I don't expect you to believe me when I tell you. I don't care if you believe me. Something in my spirit told me to do it. Do this. Come out. Speak. So I'm doing it. I'm speaking before a whole bunch of fake abducted people start coming out, before the government start putting out all these fake people who say they've been with these creatures, seen these things. They're about to mask up every person here. And if you have been abducted, please, you know what I'm talking about. You should be writing in this comment. You should be joining this channel. You should be getting behind me. You know the truth. They're about to act like we didn't exist. They're about to paint an error. Do you not realize, guys, for the last 30 years, people have been saying that this happened to them, that happened to them, and you regulars have been making fun of people? Y'all, it's all a joke. When people, oh, they crazy, there's something wrong with them. The corner that a lot of people have been living in, how they've had that, how they've been isolated because the government has taken most people who have been abducted and isolated them off in the world while they secretly do little weird things to them to try to figure out what's going on because they got too timed. These people are sitting here telling you stuff from a book. I'm telling you from experience. They're a part of the disinformation. They're the part of the confusion. There's a veil over this planet. And I wrote a book about it. I couldn't put it out like a regular knowledge book, so I had to make it into a story, give it in a way that it could be digested. So go check it out. Hell, if you hit me up in the comment, if you want to come in at the stream, we will start reading listen, I'm going to stay on here for a while because I'm going to get at least 50 people in here. And if we get 50 people in here, I'm reading this prequel because we need some ears on it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to read this prequel. But what I'm telling you is that there's a reason they keep reclassifying us. There's a reason that you don't get to know your history. They hid it. And it goes much deeper than you just the people of this land, because there's a reason they lied about America. They ain't only lie about us, they lied about this land as well. And now look, all you traitors that helped them do this, where y'all at? Did they give you what they promised? And how many generations have been living with the lie they was given? Huh? Where they at? Off on desolate land that ain't worth nothing? And that's why I say it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, or they're gonna reset this whole place because you think this is real, but it isn't. They're gonna reset the whole thing, and you'll just go back. We might end up in some alternate place in time, in something that looks very similar to this. They know something about us. They know something about consciousness. And they have spent more money than you could imagine to create this whole scenario. So I just want to say again, Dan Calloway, if you ever see this, please, please have a conversation with me. I'm telling you it'll be a great one. I'm not asking for it to be on a stream, and I'm not trying to use you to get followers. But I definitely feel like we need to talk. And so moving on, I got a great show for tonight. Oh yeah, okay. Since we are talking about this simulation, I do have this video that I want to share this evening about the simulation, and I think that everybody will enjoy it. And it's from a gentleman named Chase Hughes, who is one of them three-letter guys, man. You gotta watch these three-letter guys. As soon as I can get this open.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, any style, at any scale.
a whole.
Now, this is a little video I wanted to show on simulacra, about the simulation. So let's watch some of this and I'm going to talk to you about it. I think you're going to really enjoy this. We having a little internet. I don't know why it's acting so slow right now. We're going to figure it out. I had it all set up, but just been a little bit of the issue. Been trying to deal with the internet around here, these parts. But it is over 110 degrees lately, and that is smoking hot. So let's see if we can get.
In your brain that you cannot plug. It's going to permanently change the way that you see stuff. There's so many symbols and signs that human beings are experiencing a simulation of reality. These simulations are not just mediations of reality, and they're not even descriptive mediations of reality. They're not based in reality at all. This is your everyday life. This is your life. The shirt you're wearing right now. The room that you're sitting in. The boundary between real and something that's unreal has been permanently blurred, as in we cannot go back. We cannot return to the original. Jean Baudrillard is famous for having written this incredible book called Simulacra and Simulation. My favorite quote: "We live in a world where there is more and more information and less meaning." Have you really just ever felt like your brain is constantly being hit with facts and updates and opinions, but none of it really sticks? In our world of endless content, real meaning gets lost in that noise. Baudrillard saw this coming a long time ago, and it sounds crazy. Shouldn't more knowledge, access to news and history and science make everybody smarter and better informed? Baudrillard's answer is kind of tucked away inside this collapse of the real into the simulation. One of Baudrillard's biggest ideas is that we're no longer dealing with reality. We're dealing with simulacra. And when he talks about simulacra, these are copies of a world that doesn't exist anymore. Everything kind of refers to something else. So in the past, a picture captured of a moment of real life. But now the photos that we take are filtered or AI generated or staged just for social media. They're not records of reality. They're designed representations of how reality should look. A painting of a king used to refer to an actual monarch. And a king nowadays is an emoji, refers to no one. It refers to an idea, and it's a simulation of something that cannot point to what it's referencing. A hyperreal world does not distinguish between a war where people are getting killed and a viral TikTok dance. Both of those exist as content, and meaning becomes flattened. If a memory of an event is shaped entirely by news clips and social media, do we
Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what just happened, yo. My thing started tripping when I started playing that video. Like, it did. It was like, oh, how dare you tell that? Who do you think you are? Like, that was wild. I have no idea what's going on right now. That was insane. That was pretty exciting, actually, because I'm like, what is happening? Oh, well, if y'all watching and you listening, you know, hey, you know I must be telling something true. They don't want to hear that at all. They literally stopped the ball from rolling on that, guys. But don't worry, I'm going back to it regardless, man. They got to try harder than that. That's not enough to stop me. Yeah, you did enough to irritate me, but you didn't do enough to stop me. I'm not even irritated. That's just a joke. Actually, I'm actually great and fantastically wonderful, guys.
In a virus.
Don't worry, we're gonna get this back and get this going in just a second. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining this evening. I really appreciate it. We're gonna be right back to this in just a moment. I think I'm right where I need to be. See if we can get this back, guys. Here we go. We're gonna keep it. We don't want that smoke again with the computer. Here we go, guys.
It's going to permanently change the way stuff. There's so many symbols in science.
I don't know. I'm trying here, guys, to see if we can get this going. This is bugging out right now. Hey, all a part of the experience, right? So let's ride it. Let's ride through it and figure out if we can get this working.
Baudrillard is famous for having written this incredible simulacrum. My favorite. We live in a nation meaning. Really, just is constantly being hit states and opinions, but none of it really sticks. In our world, endless content, real meaning gets lost. Baudrillard saw this come. Sounds crazy. Shouldn't more knowledge, access to news, history, and science make everything?
All right, guys, I got a solution. I'm going to stop the stream right now and come right back. Give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes at most, and we'll be right back.